A $315 brand new hot tub. How bad can it be? We're finna find out. As soon as it quits raining, I'll go show you, but I have a hot tub outside, but it's winter and it's really cold. So if you turn around, I've got a TV that I mounted in the shop, and it's actually for business reasons, but after I did it, it's to pre-watch videos for YouTube. But I was like, I could put a hot tub in the shop and not have to go out in the it was -10 one year and it's cold. So I made an offer on a hot tub and he accepted it. So I've got $315 in a brand new hot tub. I don't know how bad it can be. So I just got to figure out how to open it without damaging it. Yeah. All right, we got like a baggie full of goodies. That's what my wife was like. So there's an entire hot tub in this, as far as I know. It's supposed to have jets and everything. I mean, everything looks of quality. What you'd expect. Let's see. Then get it out of the box. No dogs. Sorry.
Well. Can we hold it?
Maybe not. Let's see. Guess we'll just put it in the floor. And this time, I just want to get the thing set up and see. But later in the video, I'm gonna be putting it on wheels so I can actually move it around, like slide it up under here. It's probably not as big as you'd expect, and it's probably not as big as I'd expect. I don't know if that sounded right. Comes with a bag. There ain't no instructions neither, is there?
I'm sure on YouTube somewhere.
Probably. It's buckled up. So far. Oh yeah. I bet that's the top. I wonder if it inflates itself. Or if you gotta inflate it yourself.
It's a good question.
Oh. Clean up. Your hair, that's not mine. Is that the top? Yeah, that's the top. We're getting there. That's that. I think it's, well, yeah, it's just 110, so it'll plug straight into the wall. And that's what I was curious about. I'm curious how long it's going to take to heat. And this time we fill it up, it won't be, because luckily right there is my hot water for my house. So I'm going to steal some of that. And then next time we will see how long it actually takes to heat this thing up. I'm just curious, do you blow it up or does it blow itself up?
I have no clue.
There's buttons. That's the drain. I mean, it said inflatable hot tub, didn't it? I think I found it. Yeah. All right, let me get
Does it by itself?
No, I think you gotta air it up. Let me get the D-Walt.
Cordon.
All right, got my D-Walt. It looks like it just fits up in there. Yeah, which this one's dirty. You probably use this more than I have.
Yeah.
Just stick it up in there. Hopefully this has got enough oomph. Da-da-da.
dust.
Well, there's probably dirt daubers in this thing because it's been on every off-road ride with us. I feel like there's a one-way valve in there because I didn't hear any air at all. So that's that. What was you expecting? So like I said, this is comical. It says 120 jets, alright? I was expecting jets. What they mean by jets is they've got this little thing that comes around here that blows air out of little pinholes. So there's actually no jets, there's just bubble holes.
120 of them.
Yeah, 120. What is that? Let's see, where does the filter go? What is this? I don't know what that is. One of these has got to be the filter, I would assume, right? Or it's got two filters. Hey, there's more stuff. Imagine having to air this thing up with a pump jack.
Yeah.
It took forever. Well, I mean, what did you expect? $300 hot tub, it's brand new. And that's what she was just saying. It's got like full digital controls. And if the thing crashes, I may try to retrofit those electronics on my hot tub. Got these little things to go over them. Man, this is fancy. You know, you could make that thing a boat. Just fill it up and ride it as a boat.
Yeah. Be cool.
That's a tight fit. Come with this.
To air it up.
What would you hook that to?
I don't know.
Kind of being serious because it looks like it screws onto. I wonder if it does air itself up. I didn't read the instructions. Because that screws somewhere.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Where would you have screwed it to? Right there. Oh my gosh. So are you supposed to leave it inflated or if it... Oh my goodness gracious. We should have watched the YouTube video, but at least now y'all know it inflates itself. I hate to plug it up dry. Well, that don't matter now. I'll educate you when I know more, but evidently it inflates itself, possibly. I guarantee it does. That makes perfect
How
sense.
would you turn it on?
That's heater, that's bubbles. I don't know, which that don't really matter now. It's blowed up. That's that. I don't know about that. Alright, let me get the filters installed and we'll see about orientating this thing. Alright, got both the filters installed and as you can imagine the plug-in's right here and the drain. But luckily my shop has drains in the floor, so if I come time to drain it, I can just siphon a hose out, drain in the floor. But I wanted to plug into this one, blah blah blah, not gonna work. So luckily right here by my sink, there's a, what do you call it, GFI protected. So, that'd be where we plug it in. Oh, I want to use, well, we'll worry about it later. I've got one of those meters that checks how much electricity it uses. 06061. What does that mean? I feel like at this point we should add water. What do you think?
Oh yeah. Warm
Alright,
water.
I'm gonna steal all your shower hot water. And we'll see what it does after that. Almost there. It says 160 gallons. I don't know, I guess that's about right. Don't really look like it. I feel like it'll be full in no time. Hold it. I got it.
That was nice.
Look at that. Alright, we're gonna get her filled up and we'll check it out from there. Well, if you dug in the bottom of the box like you're supposed to, you found out a lot of stuff. It comes with this. I assume, hopefully I don't need it on that floor right there, but just a mat. I think it's just to help, well, I don't know, it's just a mat. Some warning labels everybody's gonna throw away, and yes, it comes with the owner's manual. It comes with patches in case it has a leak, a wrench to take apart the electronics. I haven't figured out what them are yet, but what was I gonna say? So yeah, if you do read the instructions on the hose, it says screw it onto that port and then push the bubble button to blow air and it'll fill itself up. So I wish I'd have known that. Alright, so that means it's 67 degrees. So I learned that. Let's see. I'm out of shower water, so no hot water in the house. Got it up to the minimum, and I was worried about it had to be over that, but if it takes the water in through the filters, you probably could have had it way lower, but let's see what happens. Let's see, we want heater. That's just to get air out of the system, I would assume. Heater. Filters on. Temperature set on 100. We want 98. So what I'm trying to do is wait for my house to fill back up, and then I'll add only hot water, and maybe that, say 77, 78. Yeah, maybe by the time it gets up to like 90 or 85, give or take, yeah, it's already up to 80. That I can just finish adding completely hot water, and it'll be usable for me and the wife to watch a movie in tonight. We'll see. Now it's saying 82. I think I remember saying in the description on eBay where I got it off of, I think it's like 1 to 2 degrees per hour, which isn't very fast, but as long as it's up to operating temperature, shouldn't be too bad at all. So definitely nothing to see from here forward. So just got to heat up. That's the cover. I haven't undid the cover yet, but yeah, it's gonna be pretty neat right there. So I'll be back when it warms up or gets warmer. I wonder if that's where the heat comes out. Well, it'd have to be. You can't necessarily feel nothing, but that's a filter and that's a filter. It said it had jets. I bet the jets are the bubbles. That's pretty impressive. Wow. That's a lot more than I expected. I don't even care to admit that. That's just cooling the water off, so we'll save them for when it's warm. Got a shower ducky. I guess I do need to add, what does it say? 87 degrees, so I mean it seems like it's coming up. That's at 5:59, come on phone. So 6 o'clock dead on, it's at 87. We'll see what it does. I ain't putting the top on, the shop's honestly pretty daggone warm, but I'm sure the top would help it. Alright, 6:30, barely 30 minutes. And it's come up essentially 4 or 5 degrees. I mean 3 or 4 degrees in a half an hour. That's pretty good for 110. I'm so curious. Let me go find the thing. So I've got one of these things here. It plugs in, and then you plug it in, and then you plug your item in. I had the screen on. I don't know where it went. But yeah, it goes through here. It tells you, which we don't have no numbers. But it tells you how much voltage is coming in, going out, how many, well that's max. Tells you how many watts it's using, tells you current amps and kilowatt hours. So when I fill it back up next time, I'm gonna do all cold water and then plug it in and measure how much electricity it costs to heat per kilowatt hour. I'll explain more when I do it, but I'm just curious because 110 compared to 220 is night and day where it comes on efficiency for doing work. So I think my big hot tub, like huge one, well, I never added it to the video. We'll go show it. You enjoying the weather, Ellie? So you can see I've got a fold down TV out here. And then, yeah, it's a big one. It goes way down in there, got lights and all that stuff, so. But I'm pretty sure it's like a 7-person, and I think it raised my bill like maybe $20 a month, so. I turn the lights off, save electricity. So even being outside, I guarantee this one probably is gonna cost more money to keep it hot, even though it's in the shop, because it's 110. So continue to let her heat up. About there. We may add some more hot water here in a little bit. Didn't bring my phone with me, but 727. Why did I have to brag? Still doing pretty good. It's up to 94. Probably about to trip on 95. What's it feel like? Yeah, I'm gonna say it's about to trip on 95. So, getting there. Let's see if I got any more shower water that's warm. It goes through concrete floor, so it takes a long time to get here, but when it finally does, it feels good. As long as the hot water is caught up. There it is. Yes, it's warm water, so get that turned back on, see if we can get the temperature spiked up. Oh yeah, 220 works much better. I could be wrong, but as long as I got a full tank of hot water, we should be able to get to our, what I got on 98, I believe, right? So yeah, that's 100, that's hot water right there. Maybe that'll get us there. We'll check here in just a second. All right, we got it up to 98. I went ahead and turned it up to 99. It just don't, I wouldn't think China would lie to us, but it's very possible. But I also wonder if it don't feel as hot because I'm inside and it's warm versus you go outside and it's cold and something feels warmer. See what I'm saying? Got me a little makeshift table there, so that's probably my spot. May migrate to that spot. I noticed the filter's in the way. Kind of takes up a lot of room, but yeah. But I'm gonna go ahead and get the cover and try to fit it on there and just see what it feels like. That way later on, when I put the cover on, I know what to expect. Alright, this hopefully should be easy. Hopefully. Square, well, I guess the round one. They make one just like this that's round too. What would you want to do? Go ahead. Throw it up there. Probably want to buckle two of them and then pull it that way. Hey, it's actually got heat stuff. I figured it was just a cover, but it's actually got a heat wrap, I guess you'd say. It's facing right at you. Ah. Hot sauce. Don't run water. Not too bad. Hold it over. Definitely gonna be a need to have in my shop because there's a metal dust and grinding and all that stuff. I feel like now you could probably see this way. So we'll just buckle these two, and that way we'll just fold it over. Next time we can just pull it over. Definitely if it was outside, that's obviously going to catch water no matter what you do. I don't think you can pull it tight enough, but how bad can it be? $300. Moving.
Cordon.
Alright, just started raining. See, normally I'd have to walk out there in a pouring rain. Let's see how this works out. Hey, it feels warm now. I'm just going to fold that over. It smells like a pool float. Still shows 98. Let's see what the bubbles. Have you seen the bubbles? They're wicked.
Wow.
I don't know what else it does. It says jets, but I ain't really seen jets. I just see air, whatever. Oh, you did. You already put a towel.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I wish I was like 6 foot tall. It makes such a, or not 6 foot, like 7 foot. Because you look like a
Giant.
Oh, it's soft in the bottom. How bad can it be? Oh, I left the TV. No, I got the TV remote and it's staying. But you gotta go press play. It's on the computer.
Okay.
Alright, well, until next time, I'll let you know something. So it's been about 3 weeks since I purchased the mini hot tub for $315. not too bad, but I found a few things to complain about. I wouldn't say complain, it's what you expected, but I'm gonna say this. The original plan for this video was I was actually gonna build a platform on wheels, so when I'm done using it, I was gonna shove it up under there. But it's worked out perfect for no longer than I'm gonna use it like wintertime. I'm just gonna leave it there. But the only thing that I don't like is it has a filter there and a filter here. And I would say after the second use, you have to clean it pretty much both times. Pretty much have to clean the filters every second use. I mean, I guess it'd make a difference if you showered before, but I don't know many people that's gonna go through that much trouble, but it may help. And plus, if there was 2 or 3 people, it's usually just me. But the filters, I'm sure they knew this. What had happened is they've got these little holes drilled in the bottom there, and it's like they knew this on purpose. What it does when it gets a restriction in the filters, it would kick the heat out. It thinks something stopped up. So about every 2 days, you can see a little spot there. You have to blow backwards through it. So if they actually made a good filtration system, I think it would be much better. Like the filters honestly don't even do nothing. They just put them little holes to get some flow, and it stops up every few days. So I think if you put a massive filter where it's not restrictive, you could probably correct that, but that's a little frustrating. And then I don't know if it's metal in the air. I mean, I grind over there and stuff like that. I mean, it's a shop. So if you're using it in your porch, it'd probably be a better situation. But like, it gets dirty very easy. Like all you do is just touch it. And this is after we've cleaned it the best we can. Like right there, I don't know how good you can see. It won't come off. It's like a piece of metal got in it, embedded, and just started rusting. Like right over there, you can see there's little spots. It's not necessarily dirty, it's just like spots that won't come out. So it's not bad, it definitely works. And that's where I'm gonna go from this point forward. It says not to use pool chemicals, which is chlorine, and then I might walk out there and show you my other hot tub, but it made it about 2 or 3 weeks, I don't know what it is. And just the bubbles, the water gets just a little contamination, the bubbles would foam up in suds and like discolor the wall. So the bubbles, no. And I mean, I can't complain, it's heated off 110, but the bubbles bring in cold air. So if you turn the bubbles on, even in the shop, it's like 75 degrees. Yeah, 73 degrees. The bubbles will cool the water off. I had to dip down to like 94 from 100. So I don't know if it would work if you had it on your porch in the cold. And I'm not going to experiment with that, so sorry about that. But top actually is insulated. That was a surprise. It's a little aggravating, but for $300, what did you expect? So now I have this thingamabobber here. Oh crap. I see now why Project Farm always complains. This thing is hard to use. Well, maybe I can. Oops. That light has been on for like 14 years. Oh, good. So now let's plug it in. It just beeped and come on. It says 83 degrees, nothing's on right now. So I'll have to learn how to use this thing. That's, you type in your cost? Oh, okay. Let me figure out my cost of electricity, and this thing will tell you how much it costs to heat that thing up. And I'll let you know how much it maintains, because I got a feeling this is budget hot tub, but I don't think it may not be beneficial for budget, because I think it's going to use a lot of electricity. So I'm pretty sure you've seen my bigger hot tub, and the only chemicals, like I bought all sorts of stuff and I've got test strips and all this. Honestly, I just use it till it starts getting just a hint of a discoloration. And then bromodenting tabs. I'm actually out. No, there they are. Yeah, they're just a little brick like that right there. And then I bought a huge thing of the same 1-inch chlorine blocks. And that's literally all I do is when it starts getting a little discoloration, I throw both of them in there. I don't even check the water anymore. I bought all sorts of pH and all this and all that stuff, but as long as you just use those two, works good. And then that might work if your blow up, the anti-foam. If you didn't want to put chemicals. Who are you talking to? In your little tub there, that little anti-foam may actually keep the foam down. Alright, I think ours is 10 cents and this is 12 cents per kilowatt. So I went with, crap, it went away. I think I went with 11. Yeah, so I'll do the math at the end of it now, but you can see 11 cents a kilowatt, and that's our cost, so we ain't got no cost yet. And that's how much we've used, kilowatts, and that's hertz and volts, and I don't really know what the amps would be for, but anyway, let's go to this menu. Now, well, let's just see, let's turn bubbles on. I don't know how long, there's 1 kilowatt, okay, so it's working. So now, let me turn this off, and I'm gonna go with, one hot water fill up, and then the rest will be cold. So let me get that started, and we'll see what happens from there. I feel like most people would have, well, I'm just gonna do it all cold. How about that? I don't have my boost tube from my turbo Jeep in here anymore, so scoot the table over and yeah. Oh, that's gonna be so cold. Yeah, that may take a while. I was wanting to use it tonight, but I guess I'll just not do it, and that way we go. That way we know exactly if you filled it up with cold water like most people would, how much it costs just to heat it, and then we'll check maintenance. So this part should take a little while. It takes a lot longer to fill up than I thought. That's a lot more water than it looks. Alright, on this side, probably hard to see, it's touching the max. This side's touching minimum, so I feel like that's about as perfect as I could get. It's telling me that it's 81 degrees, 80 degrees. That is a lie. It is not 80 degrees. I'm very curious what's going to happen. So far we used 2 kilowatts. That's pretty much the only thing that I know that can tell you anything. I don't know that one. I don't know. I don't know what that is. So that's the only one I know. Where'd it go? That's how much we've used. That's what we're worried about. So let's go for heat. What we set to temperature, set to 100. That's where I want it. That's actually feels to me about like 99. So probably take a second to bleed out and wonder what the new temperature is. 74. We'll say it's going to drop down pretty good. So what is that? That's 1/10 of a kilowatt maybe, I believe. I may have to confirm that, but anyway, it's using electricity, so that's what was after. For some knowledge, it's down to 69, 68. Yeah. Alright, where are we at? 66, it's still going down. I figured just because I've done it more times than you have, probably. Well, not necessarily, but I've been just buckling 2. Yep, that'll be right. And flop her over. And it's just kind of tight fit. Actually, I think since the thing is cold, it's shrunk. I know you probably won't believe that, but yeah, we'll get her buckled all in. And that's what I was using it periodically, or what's the word I'm looking for, often. So I was just literally buckling the 2 and just flop it over like a hinge. This time we're trying to keep it all the warm in so we know for sure. Up. Where are we at? 65, I'm gonna say 64, so yeah, I figure that water is about, well, it's actually warmer out here than it is in the water. So until that temperature matches, I'm just gonna leave it out here so we can see. But I figure the water's about 62, 63, so it's probably gonna be a mix. Still showing 64. It is 1:23 p.m. Yeah, it's 73 in here. 12:21, almost Christmas. So when I know something, I'll let you know. 5:27. So exactly 4 hours later, we was at what, 63, 64? 73, so not bad. That's 10 degrees. So 10 degrees, 4 hours, yeah, that's 2.5 degrees per hour. That's what it said it was good for. It's sitting beside our wood heater and I had the propane on, so probably take a little while. I just figured out how to work this thing. It is pulling 1,523 watts, which is good and not good at the same time. Still don't know. So far we're at 35 cents. I don't know what that means. And then that's how many we've used, 3.2 kilowatts. 118 volts. Amps, maybe? No idea. Yeah, watts. I'm afraid it's probably gonna be tomorrow. I was worried it was gonna happen like in the middle of the night, but I think it's gonna be like tomorrow morning before it catches up. We'll see, but what did you expect? All right, going on 10 o'clock. I don't know, that's, I'm not sure what it is, but I got excited earlier. It was 81 and I thought it was 101, so yeah, it's 83. So 20 degrees and whatever hours that is, so it may happen while I'm asleep, but we'll see. So far we've used 72 cents, which our electricity is pretty cheap, but it's still holding in there steady at 1,523 watts. So yeah. 73 cents to get it up to 80 something degrees is not bad. But keep in mind, it is right beside boiling hot water that's like 1,000 degrees. Yep. All right, next morning, 9 o'clock basically. Had some altercations last night. I had to sell a Buick. Not up extremely early, but I think we've made it because I looked at the amps. No, I haven't. 95 degrees. That's kind of weird because the watts are fluctuating. Huh. What are we up to now? 13 kilowatts. So that's still that. Is that ain't cost, is it? I don't know why this thing is so hard to read. Cost $1.50. That's about what I was expecting. So we ain't there yet. So far we're $1.50. It's gonna come out about $2 to heat it up, which ain't bad, but I'll explain later. All right, so we're up to $2.11, give or take. And I'm sure it's up to operating temperature, and it's going on 9 o'clock the following day. So I think it took about 24 hours. From now forward, I'm just gonna tell you day-to-day use of what the thing cost. And like I said, keep in mind it's beside this heater. So yeah, that's gotta play an effect. If it was outside, right now it's about 15, 19 degrees, maybe 20. So be a huge difference. All right, so what's the verdict on the hot tub? Had it little less than 3 weeks, pretty sure. I think I changed the water in it right after about a week, and I've been using chlorine. So far, good. And you can see my cat's moved in, because like I keep saying, that's my heater, and there's a lot of heat involved right there. So it's working good. I just want to kind of give my verdict on there. I'm gonna add the date on when I refilled the water. But so far we are up to essentially $23. But I have a feeling wherever you're from, number one, that 23 would probably bump up to 25, 30, even more. But that's not too bad. But that's what I was saying, my big one outside, it stays outside, and I know it uses less than 20 a month, and that's 20 bucks in like 2 weeks maybe. So if this thing was outside, I'm kind of curious, if enough people comment to see, I personally don't think it'd keep up, because I keep it 70 in here, and if you keep the top off, every now and then it'll dip down. So, well, just take it all the way off. The top worked out pretty good. Oh, well, yeah, right now, the filters are stopped up, so it's not even clean. So, that's what I was gonna say, like, if you're wanting to turn this thing on your porch and use it like a week and then drain it and then put it away, that's pretty good. But if you're the one that's going to use it on a continuous daily basis, or 2 or 3 times a week, or once a week, it's flat, the maintenance is pretty up there. So if it's in your budget to find a used one, like my big one, I gave $600 for it, which I had to put a pump on there. So I mean, I've got $1,000 in it, but it's like aquariums. If you know people with aquariums, like a 10-gallon aquarium, you got to service it like once a month. Or if you get a 55-gallon, the bigger one, you can go, I don't know, like if you got a 55-gallon, I mean, I think you can go months without doing anything. So draw the line. If you're going to be like a one-time use or week use of it and then put it away, or if you're like want to use this thing daily, I don't think so. So I said, you can tell, I mean, it's only been a few weeks. Doesn't move enough water. You see the dirt over there? You see that? Mm-hmm. You know, like the big one churns enough water and stuff around there that the whole thing stays clean. It's engineered. This is $300. So for what you pay for it, I ain't mad about it. It's working, but I got to clean the filters again. Probably put chlorine in it. So like I said, if enough people comment to sit this thing out when it gets cold, I'll move it back outside, put that back on there. And number one, I don't personally think it'll keep up with winter temperatures, but if y'all are curious enough, we'll find out and see exactly what it costs. Because if it's costing, golly, that's going to be $45, $50 a month. And here, outside, I could see $100, $150 a month to keep this thing warm, if it would even stay warm. So, curious what you think. If you care less, scroll to the next video. Appreciate you watching. No idea what this channel's about. It's just testing random cheap things and random builds. So if you like it, you know what to do. If not, have a good day.
How bad can it be?
Yeah, how bad could it be? It's not that bad. It's just it's what you'd expect.